The Joe Rogan Experience.
Right. Well, you shot stem cells into your dick.
Well, for the past 3 months.
Please explain.
So Men's Health magazine just had me write this article called "New Year, New Dick," where they had me. I'm serious. You get them. It's the issue with Marky Mark Wahlberg on the cover.
How appropriate.
Yeah, like how to make a small dick bigger, right? And you put Marky Mark on the cover. And now he can beat me with his 4 foot tall fisticuffs. Anyways, though, so they had me go around doing everything that a guy could do to enhance sexual performance or increase the size of your dick or increase blood flow or increase orgasm quality, or they just wanted to find out what everything from like freaking gas station dick pills to, which by the way, those things do not have in them what they say they have in them.
What do you think they have in them?
So they say like epimedium and Urocoma long jack and like
what they really have
horny
is
goat meat
Cialis.
extract. Yeah, it's basically freaking sildenafil, right? The active ingredient in Cialis or Viagra, and then ephedra and copious amounts of caffeine. So I would take these things and just literally feel like my head was going to explode. I mean, it's like drinking 10 cups of coffee.
Yeah, we have a friend of ours who predicted accurately that John Jones was taking those things when he pissed hot, because he was like, those things have everything in them. And he's like, John Jones does coke. He goes, I guarantee you he's taking dick pills.
They're actually pretty entertaining to read, like because it's all like like it's like reading a Chinese fortune cookie. Right? It's like maximum potency, vigor, and everything's spelled wrong. But so they had me doing that. Did
you do an analysis of the ingredients? Did you actually get it tested?
No. We went to all these labs. They wouldn't let us actually test, but apparently the FDA has tested them. And if you go to the FDA.gov website, they have like these warnings out about the actual ingredients. We took the 5 that they had warnings about and tested them, and
the dangerous ones.
Yeah, and they you don't feel well. You feel like your head's gonna explode and your hands get all cold and clammy. And some of them say I don't know why, but they say to take them in the morning. Right, which doesn't, to me, make sense. But you take them in the morning, and so you just feel completely screwed up, like
all day,
the whole morning. It's like you're just mainlining coffee. So they did that. They did. Have you heard of this like acoustic sound wave therapy for your dick? I'm serious.
I'm sure you are. I'm not even going to answer.
No,
I have not.
So this is a clinic in Florida. It's called Gaineswave, and you go down there.
Florida.
You go down there, and I walk in, and the first thing they do is they hand me this like syringe full of numbing cream, and I'm supposed to just like put it everywhere. And so I smeared it, my balls, I just went everywhere because I didn't really know what they were going to do, and I wanted all shields activated going into this thing. So I walk into the room, and my dick's all numb. They have me lay down, and so my legs are splayed. I'm on this exam room table, and this gal comes in, and she's got like this giant wand attached to a machine. And they do this for women too, by the way. They put like a condom on the end of it, and she just basically goes to town for like 20 minutes, like a jackhammer. I was like, brrr, like everywhere
just around
for 20
your dick
minutes.
Or your
Supposedly,
everywhere.
Supposedly, it breaks open old blood vessels and builds new blood vessels. And once the numbing cream wears off, you're supposed to perform a lot better. And then they combine this. You know how we were talking about like with your shoulder, if you inject it, you should do like electrostim or vibration or something to get the injection deeper into the tissue. Same thing with this. They do the PRP. So they do PRP into your dick, and then they follow it up, and you get a nerve block first. I thought, I don't know why, I thought they put the needle just like right in the pee hole, which to me made sense, but it doesn't really. I mean, you want it in the actual tissue. So they actually go like up where the dick attaches, like the tissue at the top. They do 2 nerve blocks on either side, and then the PRP in. And later on, like a couple months later, they had me do stem cells. They actually extracted like
couple months
fat
later
from my back, and we did a stem cell injection. But this acoustic sound wave therapy, with the PRP, like it wears off, and you literally just like get boners all the time, like all night long for like a month.
So the acoustic sound therapy is supposed to be breaking up blood vessels?
Breaks open old blood vessels.
Jamie found it.
Yeah.
Gaineswave procedure breaks up plaque formation in blood vessels and stimulates the growth of new blood vessels in the penis.
Low intensity extracorporeal shockwave therapy. That's going to sell a lot of procedures.
I like the drawing before and after. Before your veins are all tired and skinny.
Before it looks like an old hunched over man. Then all of a sudden, vigor.
It looks like a bodybuilder vein.
Yeah, I used to do bodybuilding.
Is that
a horrible sport?
Do you think it's real? Do you think that's really doing something?
It worked for me.
Okay,
it worked for me in the So yeah, they did the gas station dick pills. They did the acoustic sound wave therapy.
But the acoustic sound wave therapy was the
injections.
best.
They had me do like the No, the stem cells were the best.
Stem cells were
Stem
the best.
cells, but I mean, not everybody's going to be able to do that. But
Right.
that was the best, bar none. So I went down to Florida. And
Of course, again, Florida.
I don't know what I think it's because all the old people live in Florida.
Florida's
right?
just crazy.
It's like
It's
Fort,
barely
Fort
America.
Lauderdale. All the people like hunched over the steering wheels, but all the guys have great dicks. They can't drive. They have their blinker on for like 2 miles before they turn, but their dicks are primed. So the stem cell thing was at the U.S. Stem Cell Clinic in Florida, and I went in there and they extract all the fat. For me, they took the fat out of my back, and what they do is they have it's called an enzymatic process where they use something that breaks down the collagen in the fat, and then they have the stem cells that get separated from the fat. And apparently it's very, very high in these angiogenic, like vascular vessel building compounds. And so then you get that re-injected. It's high in the mesenchymal, the MSC cells, which are supposedly the very good ones to inject in. So I injected those, or I had a doctor in Spokane. So they shipped them to Spokane on ice, and they show up at my house at like 7 a.m., right? Because you got to get them delivered same day. And then I had my appointment at the doctor at 9 a.m., and I went to the doctor, and it was like deja vu from Florida, right? Like I go in, do the numbing,
The doctor
numbing
know you're going
agents.
to do this?
Oh yeah, I
doctor
called
in
him and I
Spokane?
went. It was kind of.
Are you friends with the doctor?
Yeah. There's
Okay,
a picture.
that's good.
I think there's a picture of him in the magazine because they put all sorts of crazy pictures in the magazine because they had me doing like infrared light on my balls and like I have like this big thing called a Juve light that they had me standing in front of every day. Like I
A
jack my.
Juve light.
I'll tell you about the stem cells. I'll
Okay,
tell you
yeah,
about
let's
this
go
Juve
one step
light
at a time.
because it's crazy. So the stem cells, I went to this doctor in Spokane, and he injected these stem cells from my fat after they'd grown for like in this case, I think they were down there for like 8 weeks. But they can do same day injections. But for me, I didn't have enough fat. Because for me, it was right in the middle of I race professionally in obstacle course racing, so I'm just like lean as hell as I go in there. So they could barely get enough fat, so they had to grow them for a longer period of time. A lot of times they can inject same day. So I went into Spokane at this clinic in Spokane, Lanou Integrative Clinic. It's like this osteopathic medical clinic with all these nice receptionists when you walk in the door, and this doctor who he's done stem cell injections before, but he never actually injected them into someone's dick. So I was kind of like the guinea pig for this.
So do you have to explain to him what areas you're supposed to inject into?
No, he researched it, and I think he actually talked to the folks at the stem cell clinic beforehand to make sure that they were on the same page. Okay. So I didn't want to fly all the way back down to Florida.
Right.
That's super inconvenient, and it's just a dick. Right? You can they'll make more someday. They're growing kidneys and ears.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll grow dicks someday. So so I got it injected, and that was first of all, it looked like it got like run over by a semi truck for like 2 days. It was like all black and blue where the injection
Were you
site
nervous?
was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be super nervous. Like, what if it got infected?
It could have gotten infected.
What if you got
I
MRSA
could
in your
still
dick?
get dick cancer. I've had MRSA, and I would not wish MRSA on your dick.
How'd you get MRSA?
A triathlon.
Whoa.
I got it. This was at the Wildflower Triathlon. Like coming back, my flight got delayed, and I was covered in all these because it's like an off-road triathlon, and I had all these scrapes and wounds. And I think my layover was in Vegas. I don't remember where, but I had to check into a hotel. Flight got delayed, and I slept in this hotel room that I swear, like there must have been something on the bed. Because within a few days, like it was all, it gets all nasty and cakey, and then it was eating a hole. I wrote a whole blog post about this on my website, and there, you can see.
That. I need to see this.
Yeah, pull up the hole in the back of my leg. It's nasty.
MRSA scares the shit out of me.
Just search for like Ben Greenfield staph, and you'll see the pictures. But it was eating a hole in the back of my leg. And my kids roll now once a week, and I get the defense soap from Onnit. And as soon as they come back in the door, I'd have them go into the shower upstairs and
defense soap
and
is
rinse
awesome.
down. Yeah,
they
exactly.
have a bunch of different wipes and stuff for people that train in a place that doesn't have a shower. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to be careful.
That and Thieves Essential Oil. Like it's like it's a whole bunch of companies make this version of essential oil called Thieves. It's like clove, and it's named after these thieves who apparently never. Yeah, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, which is really good for staph and rosemary. It's actually named. There's like this story of like these 4 thieves that apparently traveled around the world, and they would rob homes, and they never got sick. Like that's basically the story. I'm sure this was some board table at a multi-level marketing essential oils company. Somebody came up with this story, or it could be true. I don't know, but Yeah, the stem cells into the dick, that was an interesting one, but it did, I think, from what I can tell, looking in the mirror, it got bigger. I'm pretty sure.
How much?
So
half inch?
Oh, like maybe that much. Like,
quarter inch?
Like enough to tell. And my erections got bigger and my orgasms got a lot better.
For how long?
They're still like that.
Still?
Yeah.
So it
yeah. So I think the
made
stem
your
cells
dick
kind of
better.
like stick with you.
Whoa.
Well, last week I got them. I told you I'm training for the RKC kettlebell cert, and I was doing the 100 reps in 5 minute snatch test with the 1.5 boot, and I felt something just go. I was at 84 reps, and I felt something go in my back, and I got stem cells injected all up and down my QL, my multifidus, my rector spinae, into my psoas. But then they also sent them to my house, and I did that same fat cell, the stuff that's rich in the mesenchymal stem cells, into the bloodstream. So I did a push IV into the bloodstream. That's the one that you would have to go out of the country to do.
That's
normally.
The one you gotta go to Panama
You're
for.
not supposed to do that. Like it's technically not legal for someone to inject you with your own stem cells into your bloodstream. But if you get your stem cells extracted and they're stored and they send them to you, you can technically inject them if you do it yourself, or you like have a friend who's a nurse or whatever.
Right.
And it's literally just like a push IV. It's like 30 seconds. We caught it all on video for Men's Health Films. So they'll publish a video at some point. But I was super nervous because it's like a few $1,000s worth of stem cells that, you know, I'm trying to hit the vein and make sure that they go in the right way and then inject. It's a very, very small amount.
Well, you had to be the most nervous getting them shot into your dick, though, no?
I was kind of nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to me like super experimental.
I do a lot of that, though.
Yeah, I know
mean,
you
like
do.
that's kind of my shtick,
Yeah,
right? Like I
right.
do a lot of immersive journalism, a lot of self-experimentation, a lot of guinea pig type stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not dead yet, and I still have my dick, so.
Oh, you look
I'm
great.
I'm happy. Yeah, thank you.
Look very
Thank
healthy.
you. Like I'm 22.
Oh, there's
but
the
I'm
hole.
actually. Oh yeah,
Oof.
is that
him?
That's one of them. That's an image from my website. That's
Oh,
not as
wow.
deep as it got. I don't think that's the worst photo.
The worst one
from
I've ever
that
seen is
website.
Kevin
They have to
Randleman.
stuff it with iodine. Like have you had it
Gauze?
before?
No.
They have like these long iodine strips when you get the MRSA, and it's flesh-eating bacteria.
Yeah.
That's me too. And they see that hole in the middle?
Yeah.
They stuff like a iodine. It's like a stick in there, like a strip that has. But they literally stuff
it in there,
and you
yeah.
can feel it. You were telling me you got dry needling done, and you know, like that weird pressure. It's not like pain, but it's like a weird pressure from dry
Yeah.
needling. This is like that, except pain.
Right.
Like it's both the pain and the. It was horrible. Like
Yeah, I've had some
All
friends
up
that have
and down the
got
back of my leg.
staph in their leg where they've like a small golf ball size hole in their leg, and they literally had a packet full of that kind of gauze covered.
I don't
in
like how you say
medicine.
small golf ball's
Yeah.
a big hole for the
Yeah,
back of the
that's
leg.
a golf ball, but it's
Yeah.
like smaller than a golf ball, like a large marble.
Any hole in the back of
Yeah.
the leg, in my opinion, is too big.
The worst I've ever seen is Kevin Randleman. See if you could find Kevin Randleman's staph. He had open holes where you could see his muscle structure under his armpit. It was horrific.
Oh my gosh.
He never really recovered. He
It's
wound up
nasty.
dying young.
He died?
He died young.
From that?
Who knows what he died from, but look at the hole.
I think I still
that.
have it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
That's his muscle tissue. That's Kevin Randleman.
What body part is that?
That's his underarm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
That looks like he got shot.
He does. Yeah, he was rotting away. And I don't know if he didn't treat it quick enough, or I don't know if it was just really aggressive, but it's a real common thing in gyms.
And once you get it, it stays with you. Like
Yeah.
it stays in your bloodstream. Like
Yeah.
I have an essential oil diffuser on my desk, and I put Thieves in it every day, and I just diffuse essential oils
In the air.
while I'm working into the
Wow.
air. Yeah, it's like a nebulizing essential oil diffuser. And I just to play it safe, right? I just want to be breathing that in during
Right.
the day, just in case.
Fuck.
But that's the other thing is I stand in front of this light, this infrared light, and
What's this dick light again?
It's a dick light. Yeah,
What's it called?
It's called a Juve, and so they've done these studies on testicular and sperm production, and they've found that there's a wavelength that's like 600 to 800 nanometers wavelength of light. That if you expose the testicles to that for 5 to 20 minutes a day, it's based on this concept of photobiomodulation. So I originally got into this whole photobiomodulation thing when this company, because I blog and people just send me these weird things to my doorstep to try. And they sent me this like nasal probe that you put up your nose, and it's got like a helmet on it. You could look it up, Jamie, if you want. It's called a Violite. And it produces this light that supposedly activates a part of your mitochondria. So you have like your electron transport chain in your mitochondria, and there's a part of that called the cytochrome C oxidase. And it apparently activates more activity in the cytochrome C oxidase. So you produce more ATP, in this case in neural tissue, because you have it on your head. And they were using this in dementia and in Alzheimer's patients, but it turns out it's almost like a nootropic for your head. Yes, that's me at my desk.
Whoa.
Back when I was a young Chinese woman working at my desk.
Up your nose, on your head.
I like how that guy's just like looking pensively off.
This girl's reading
into the
a
wall.
book.
She's reading a book.
She's reading Twilight.
Yeah, see, that's what I originally did. They sent me just the nose one, and I felt shorted because they had like the full head, so I asked them for the full head one.
This is so fucking weird.
I know, and you can feel it like pulsing. What's it was? I think it was NPR. It was either Radiolab or what's the other science one? I think it might be Radiolab. They did a study on like or a story on like this 10 to 40 hertz frequency.
9-volt
like
Nirvana. Yeah,
no,
we talked about it.
That's TDCS.
Oh,
the
that's
9
right.
volt
That's transdermal stimulation.
I have one of those too. The transdirect cranial stimulation. That Halo device that you wear before a workout.
Yeah.
Have you use that thing?
No.
Yeah,
well, it's one at a time.
We'll
get to the Halo
one
thing.
at a time. So this photobiomodulation, I'm putting this thing, the probe in my ear, and the thing, and you're not even supposed to use it too much because it produces so much ATP that if you amp up cellular activity in neural tissue too much, you produce too many reactive oxygen species. Like that's a byproduct of cellular metabolism. It's just like if you eat too much, you produce a lot of byproduct of making energy, and that's why it's one of the reasons why fasting is good for you. Like it cleans up the system, and you don't make as many free radicals. The same reason like ketosis is good for you, right? You're not burning as much glucose. You don't produce as many free radicals. Same concept with this. You don't want to use it all the time because you get too much activity. You produce too many free radicals or too many reactive oxygen species. But every other day, use it.
So new year, new dick. How often did you use it?
Well, this was for my head. And this was like a couple years ago.
But it's the same thing?
This is a couple years, and it was like a cup of coffee for my brain. Like every time I'd wake up, I'd put this thing on while I'm working at my desk. So then this company that makes these lights that are very similar activate cytochrome C oxidase, activates release of nitric oxide. But if you do it on your testicles, specifically the cell that it works on is the Leydig cells in the testes, which are responsible for producing testosterone. So you're basically stimulating the Leydig cells in the testes the same way that you'd stimulate like neural tissue using this one for your head. So I'd had success with the thing for my head. So I tried this one for the balls and the dick. And what I did was I would just jack my pants down for 5 to 20 minutes a day while I'm saying that I'm diffusing my essential oils and I got the thing on my head. And it works. Like you actually get more blood flow. I mean, I didn't do a control study, just pulling my pants down and standing there for 5 to 20 minutes without the light on. I should do that at some point because maybe it's just like the whole, it's like supposedly going combat style is supposed to be good for your dick too.
Just going combat style. So there's you with your
that's me.
Balls out.
Yeah, I'm standing on my wobble board. I got my ball light, and that's actually not my office. That was at one of my friend's houses because he had one. And anyways, and I'm not naked, but normally I would be nude, and and
you just nuke your balls,
and you just basically nuke your balls. Yeah.
And what was the effect?
It's like a warm teddy bear. Increased vascularity, better size, better orgasms. I mean, like all this stuff seemed to have a.
So all this stuff seems to make your dick bigger and work better.
It had some kind of an effect. Yeah. So PRP injections, acoustic sound wave therapy, stem cells, the infrared light. The gas station dick pills, and that's the one I would not repeat.